In the vast tapestry of the jungle, a complex web of life thrives, filled with countless species, each playing a unique role in the ecosystem. When we think about which animal rules the jungle, many might immediately picture the majestic tiger, a powerful predator known for its strength and stealth. Tigers are solitary hunters, relying on their keen senses and powerful bodies to stalk and ambush prey, making them one of the top predators in their habitat. However, the jungle is not solely dominated by one creature, as the intricate balance of nature reveals that various animals hold significant sway over this rich environment. Consider the role of the jaguar, another incredible feline, known for its unique hunting style. Unlike tigers, jaguars are known for their ability to climb trees and their strong jaws that can crush the shells of turtles or pierce through the tough hides of caimans, showcasing their adaptability. Their presence in the jungle helps regulate populations of various animals, maintaining the balance of the ecosystem, which is crucial for the health of the jungle. Then there are the elephants, often referred to as the gentle giants of the jungle. These magnificent creatures are not only the largest land mammals, but they also play a vital role in shaping their environment. As they move through the forest, they create pathways, allowing other animals to navigate the thick underbrush more easily. Their feeding habits, which include uprooting trees and trampling vegetation, can open up areas for new growth, supporting a diverse range of plants and animals. Another significant player in this intricate ecosystem is the snake, particularly the anaconda, which is one of the largest snakes in the world. Anacondas are powerful constrictors, and their presence in the jungle is crucial for controlling the populations of various mammals and birds. Their ability to remain hidden in the water or among the foliage allows them to ambush unsuspecting prey, which is vital for the balance of species within the jungle. Moreover, we cannot overlook the role of insects, particularly the leafcutter ants, which are fascinating creatures known for their complex social structure and their ability to transform the jungle. These ants cut leaves and bring them back to their nests, where they cultivate a special fungus that serves as their primary food source. In doing so, they help decompose plant material, enriching the soil and promoting the growth of new plants, which in turn supports other species in the ecosystem. Birds also have a crucial role in the jungle, with the vibrant macaws and tau. When scientists try to determine which animal rules the jungle, they consider a variety of criteria, including the animal's physical strength, its hunting skills, and its ability to adapt to different environments. One important factor is the animal's position in the food chain, or trophic level, which helps scientists understand its role in the ecosystem. For example, apex predators like jaguars or tigers are often seen as rulers of their habitats because they have no natural enemies and control the populations of other species. Additionally, researchers look at the animal's territory size, as a larger territory can indicate dominance over other animals, providing better access to food and mates. Social behavior also plays a significant role, as animals that live in packs, like wolves, often work together to hunt, which can enhance their status in the jungle. Furthermore, scientists examine the animal's reproductive success, as species that reproduce effectively can establish larger populations, thereby increasing their influence within the ecosystem. Another criterion is the adaptability of the animal to changing conditions, such as climate change, habitat loss, or the introduction of new species, as those that can thrive in various circumstances often maintain their dominance. Additionally, The ability to communicate and cooperate with others in their species can enhance their survival and success, allowing them to defend their territory or work together to hunt more efficiently. Finally, scientists also consider the historical context of the species and its evolutionary adaptations over time, as these factors can influence its current position in the jungle hierarchy, making it clear that the concept of ruling the jungle is multifaceted, with many layers to explore. Apex predators, such as tigers and lions, establish dominance in their habitats through a combination of physical prowess, behavioral strategies, and social structures, which allows them to reign supreme at the top of the food chain. When we think about tigers, for instance, they are solitary hunters, relying on stealth, strength, and their excellent camouflage to stalk and ambush prey, often using their powerful bodies to bring down animals much larger than themselves. And this ability to secure food resources is a crucial factor in establishing their dominance. In contrast, lions are social animals, living in prides, where the dynamics of group living play a significant role in their dominance. Within a pride, male lions compete for leadership, with the strongest males often mating with the females and protecting the territory from rival males, which helps ensure the survival of their genes and maintains the pride's stability. Territory plays a vital role in the lives of apex predators. Tigers, for example, mark their territory using scent markings, which communicate to other tigers that an area is occupied. This not only helps to reduce conflicts with other tigers, but also ensures that they have ample space to hunt and raise their young, as maintaining a large territory is essential for their survival. In lion prides, territory is fiercely defended, particularly by the males, who will engage in aggressive confrontations with intruders, ensuring that the pride has access to food sources and safe areas for raising cubs. Additionally, the physical features of these apex predators contribute to their dominance. Tigers possess powerful jaws and sharp claws, enabling them to take down prey with remarkable efficiency. Their size and strength allow them to intimidate other animals in their environment. On the other hand, lions, being one of the largest social cats, benefit from their teamwork during hunts, which can involve intricate strategies to outmaneuver and overpower their prey. This cooperation, combined with the male's size and strength, reinforces their status as dominant predators. The role of communication is also significant in establishing dominance. Tigers, though solitary, utilize vocalizations such as roars to establish their presence and ward off competitors. Lions, with their social structure, communicate through various vocalizations, body language, and even grooming behaviors, which strengthen social bonds within the pride and help maintain order. This communication is not just about asserting dominance. It facilitates cooperation during hunts and helps in rearing cubs, as they work together to protect the young from threats. In summary, apex predators like tigers, the concept of ruling in jungle ecosystems varies significantly depending on the specific environment and the species that inhabit it. In tropical rainforests, for instance, the idea of ruling often relates to the dominance of certain plant species, particularly towering trees that create a dense canopy overhead. These trees compete for sunlight, and the tallest ones can overshadow smaller plants, effectively ruling the space below. This competition for light, water, and nutrients shapes the entire ecosystem, dictating which species thrive and which struggle to survive. In contrast, in flooded jungles, like those found in the Amazon basin, the ruling dynamics shift to include aquatic plants and trees that can withstand prolonged submersion. Here, the ruling species often have adaptations that allow them to flourish in waterlogged conditions, demonstrating how the physical environment influences the concept of dominance. In some jungle areas, particularly those affected by seasonal changes, the concept of ruling can also involve animal behavior. For example, in certain regions of Southeast Asia, large mammals, such as elephants, play a crucial role in shaping the jungle. Their movements create pathways through dense undergrowth, and their feeding habits can alter the plant community, allowing smaller species to thrive in areas that were previously dominated by larger plants. This interaction between wildlife and vegetation highlights how ruling is not just about competition for resources, but also about the relationships between different species. In other regions, like the Congo Basin, the ruling dynamics can be dictated by social structures within animal groups, particularly among primates. For example, in troops of chimpanzees, the dominant males may control access to food and mates, influencing the social hierarchy and the distribution of resources within their territory. Their behaviors can lead to changes in the vegetation as they forage for fruits and leaves, further illustrating how ruling can be both a social and ecological phenomenon. Moreover, the concept of ruling can also be seen in the interactions among different species, such as in mutualistic relationships. In some jungles, certain trees and their associated fungi establish a form of ruling through their symbiotic partnerships. The trees provide carbohydrates to the fungi, while the fungi help the trees absorb water and nutrients from the soil, creating a balance of power that allows both to thrive. This interconnectedness reveals that ruling is often collaborative rather than purely competitive, as species work together to support one another's survival. Furthermore, in jungle ecosystems, where invasive species are present, the concept of ruling takes on a new dimension. Invasive plants can quickly dominate an area. Out in the animal kingdom, the term ruler of the jungle often evokes images of powerful creatures, and while physical strength is a significant factor, the reality is much more complex. The phrase usually refers to the lion, known as the king of the jungle, despite its primary habitat being the savanna rather than dense jungles. Lions possess incredible strength, enabling them to take down large prey like buffalo and wildebeest. Their muscular build, sharp claws, and formidable jaws make them fearsome predators, but strength alone does not dictate their status as rulers. Social structure plays a crucial role. Lions live in prides, which provide them with protection and cooperation during hunts, enhancing their dominance in the ecosystem. However, other animals, like the tiger, also exhibit impressive physical strength, often surpassing lions in size and power. Tigers are solitary hunters, relying on stealth and strength to ambush their prey, and their ability to climb trees and swim adds to their prowess. In thick jungles, their camouflage helps them remain hidden, and their strength allows them to tackle larger animals, which positions them as apex predators in their habitats. Yet, the concept of being a ruler extends beyond mere strength. Intelligence, adaptability, and social behavior are equally important. For instance, elephants, known for their immense size and strength, play a vital role in shaping their environment, creating waterholes and pathways that benefit other species. Their ability to communicate and form strong family bonds showcases a different type of leadership that isn't based solely on physical might. Moreover, in the world of birds, the harpy eagle stands out, known for its incredible strength relative to its size. It preys on monkeys and sloths, demonstrating that strength can manifest in various forms across species. The harpy eagle's powerful talons and keen eyesight make it a formidable predator in its own right, showcasing that dominance can vary significantly across different environments. In addition, the role of strength is often contextual. In areas where the terrain is rugged or dense, agility and the ability to navigate obstacles can be just as important as raw strength. For example, the jaguar, with its incredible bite force, can crush turtle shells and is an adept swimmer, thriving in environments where others might struggle. Ultimately, the title of ruler is not solely about who is the strongest. It encompasses a range of factors, including strength, social dynamics, survival strategies, and ecological impact. In the intricate web of nature, every creature plays in the complex and vibrant world of jungle environments. Social structures among animal species play a crucial role in determining their dominance and survival. Many animal species, especially those living in dense forests, have developed intricate social systems that help them navigate challenges such as finding food, avoiding predators, and competing with rivals. For instance, in the animal kingdom, primates such as chimpanzees and baboons exhibit strong social bonds and hierarchies that are essential for their success in the wild. Within these groups, individuals establish ranks, forming a structured society where the dominant members usually have better access to resources, mates, and protection. This social hierarchy can be influenced by various factors, including age, strength, and intelligence, allowing certain individuals to rise through the ranks and exert control over the group. Moreover, the presence of social structures can enhance cooperative behaviors among species, facilitating group hunting, foraging, and defense against predators. For instance, wolves, which are highly social animals, work together in packs to hunt larger prey, sharing the spoils and ensuring the survival of the group. In contrast, solitary animals, like leopards, may struggle more in environments where competition is fierce, as their social interactions are limited, making them less adaptable to group dynamics that can provide safety in numbers. In addition, social structures influence how animals communicate and establish relationships within their groups. For example, elephants, known for their remarkable social intelligence and strong matriarchal societies, rely on complex vocalizations, body language, and even vibrations to convey messages and maintain bonds. This communication is vital for coordinating movements, nurturing young, and defending against threats, showcasing how social ties can directly impact their dominance and survival in jungle ecosystems. Interestingly, the concept of social structure isn't limited to mammals. Many bird species also exhibit fascinating social behaviors. For instance, flocks of parrots and other birds often have defined roles, with dominant individuals leading the group and making decisions about where to feed or nest. This organization helps them stay safe from predators and find resources more efficiently, illustrating how social structures can enhance their success in navigating the challenges of the jungle. Moreover, the dominance of certain species can also lead to the creation of niches within the jungle, where different animals occupy specific roles based on their social structures. For instance, in a diverse ecosystem, the presence of dominant herbivores, like tapirs or deer, can influence the growth patterns of vegetation, which in turn affects the availability of resources for smaller animals. In the lush, vibrant world of the jungle, animals have evolved remarkable adaptations that enable them to not just survive, but truly thrive in an environment that is often challenging and unpredictable. For instance, take the sloth, which moves slowly and deliberately, a behavior that conserves energy, while its greenish fur, which is home to algae, provides excellent camouflage against predators, allowing it to blend into the canopy. The jaguar, with its powerful build and distinctive coat, has adapted to be an incredible swimmer, making it one of the few big cats that can hunt in water, where it preys on fish and caimans, showcasing its versatility in a diverse habitat. The vibrant colors of many jungle frogs, like the poison dart frog, serve as a warning to potential threats. Their bright hues signal toxicity, which helps deter predators and ensures their survival. Meanwhile, the incredible adaptability of the tree-dwelling monkeys, such as the spider monkey, is evident in their long limbs and prehensile tails, which allow them to navigate the treetops with ease, swinging from branch to branch in search of fruit and leaves, their primary food sources. The toucan, with its oversized bill, is another fascinating example. Its bill is not only strikingly colorful, but also lightweight, and helps the bird reach fruit that is otherwise out of reach, while also regulating its body temperature in the humid jungle heat. In contrast, the anaconda, a giant snake that can grow to impressive lengths, has developed remarkable strength and stealth, allowing it to ambush prey like capybaras and even caimans, showcasing its prowess as one of the jungle's top predators. Moreover, the leafcutter ant displays a unique adaptation by cultivating fungi, which they use as a food source, demonstrating a complex social structure and mutualism with the fungus that they grow. The vibrant markings of the blue poison dart frog, which serve as a vivid warning to predators, are a testament to how coloration can evolve as a survival strategy. The chameleon, although not exclusive to jungles, offers a fascinating example of adaptation with its ability to change color, helping it blend into its surroundings, avoid predators, and communicate with others. In the dense undergrowth, the camouflage of the stick insect allows it to resemble twigs, making it nearly invisible to hungry birds and other predators. Each of these adaptations, whether it's physical traits, behavioral strategies, or unique relationships with other species, reflects the intricate web of, in the jungle, the food chain hierarchy plays a crucial role in determining the ruling status of animals, creating a complex web of interactions that influences survival, reproduction, and dominance. At the base of this hierarchy are the primary producers, like plants and trees, which harness sunlight to create energy through photosynthesis. These plants not only provide food for herbivorous animals, such as deer and monkeys, but also create the habitat that supports countless other species. As we move up the food chain, we encounter herbivores that depend directly on these plants for sustenance. The abundance or scarcity of vegetation can significantly impact the population of these herbivorous animals, which in turn affects the predators that rely on them for food. Predators, such as jaguars and large birds of prey, occupy a higher level in the food chain. Their status in the ecosystem is determined by their ability to hunt and control the populations of herbivores. This predator-prey dynamic is essential for maintaining balance within the jungle. For instance, if a predator population increases, it can lead to a decline in herbivores, which might eventually result in food shortages for the predators themselves, leading to a cyclical adjustment of populations. This dynamic interplay illustrates how the food chain hierarchy is not static but rather a fluid system, responding to environmental changes and the interactions among species. Moreover, apex predators, those at the top of the food chain, such as tigers or crocodiles, often exert a controlling influence over the ecosystem. Their presence can regulate the populations of other animals, ensuring that no single species becomes overly dominant. This ruling status is often connected to the predator's ability to adapt to their environment, hunt efficiently, and maintain their territory. However, it's important to note that the dominance of an animal is not solely based on its position in the food chain. Factors such as reproductive success, territorial behavior, and social dynamics also play significant roles. In addition to this, competition within the same trophic level can also influence the ruling status of animals in the jungle. For example, when two predator species compete for the same prey, the one that is more efficient or adaptable may gain a higher status, leading to shifts in the hierarchy. This competition can lead to interesting adaptations, where animals evolve unique hunting strategies or social structures to survive and thrive. Furthermore, the food chain hierarchy can be affected by human activities, such as deforestation and climate change, which disrupt the delicate balance of these ecosystems. When habitats are human encroachment, which refers to the expansion of human activities into natural habitats, has a significant impact on the traditional dominance of jungle animals, leading to a complex web of challenges that these creatures face. As forests are cleared for agriculture, urban development, and infrastructure, the very homes of these animals are destroyed, pushing them into smaller, fragmented areas where resources become scarce. This fragmentation disrupts the delicate balance of ecosystems, as animals that once thrived in vast territories now struggle to find food, mates, and safe passage, leading to increased competition and stress among species. Moreover, with human presence in jungles, there is often an increase in poaching and illegal wildlife trade. Many animals, such as elephants, tigers, and various primates, are hunted for their skins, bones, or even for the exotic pet trade, which further threatens their populations. The loss of these apex predators, like big cats, can lead to overpopulation of smaller species, which can cause cascading effects throughout the ecosystem, disrupting food chains and altering the dynamics of survival. Additionally, human encroachment brings about pollution, which can severely affect the health of jungle animals. Chemicals from agricultural runoff can contaminate water sources, harming fish and amphibians, while plastic waste can be ingested by animals, leading to injury or death. The noise and light pollution from nearby human settlements can also alter animal behaviors, affecting their hunting, mating, and migration patterns. For instance, nocturnal animals may find it challenging to navigate their environment as artificial lights disrupt their natural rhythms. Invasive species, often introduced accidentally or intentionally by human activities, further complicate the situation. These non-native species can outcompete local wildlife for food and habitat, leading to declines in native populations. For instance, in some areas, the introduction of non-native plants can choke out local flora, which many animals rely on for food and shelter, creating a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem. Human encroachment can also lead to changes in climate patterns, as deforestation contributes to global warming. The loss of trees means a decrease in carbon absorption, which can exacerbate climate change, leading to unpredictable weather patterns that affect the availability of food and water for jungle animals. Droughts, floods, and changes in rainfall can dramatically alter the habitats that animals depend on, causing some species to adapt or perish. In summary, human encroachment drastically alters the natural dominance and behaviors of jungle animals, creating a precarious situation in the vast expanse of nature. The behaviors of solitary animals and social animals paint a fascinating picture of survival and dominance, each adapting in unique ways to their environments. Solitary animals, like the majestic tiger or the elusive snow leopard, often rely on stealth, strength, and keen hunting skills. Their lives are characterized by a solitary pursuit of food, territory, and safety, which can make them formidable rulers of their domains. These animals typically mark their territory with scents, vocalizations, or physical signs, asserting their presence and warning others to stay away. Their independence allows for a certain degree of flexibility, as they can roam vast distances, seeking prey without the constraints of a pack. This solitary behavior can lead to a more cautious approach, as they must rely solely on their instincts and skills to survive, often leading them to become expert hunters, adept at stalking and ambushing their prey. On the other hand, social animals such as wolves, elephants, or certain primates exhibit behaviors centered around cooperation and teamwork. These species thrive in groups, sharing responsibilities like hunting, caring for young, and defending their territory. The social structure within these groups can be complex, with hierarchies that dictate the roles of each member. For example, in a wolf pack, the alpha male and female lead the group, making decisions about movement and hunting strategies, while the other members work together to bring down larger prey, which would be difficult for a solitary animal to tackle alone. The strength of social animals lies in their ability to communicate and coordinate, allowing them to achieve goals that would be impossible for solitary creatures. This teamwork fosters a sense of security, as they can protect one another from predators and share resources, which enhances their chances of survival in the wild. Interestingly, the ruling dynamics in the jungle shift depending on the context. In areas where prey is abundant, solitary animals can reign supreme, using their stealth and strength to hunt effectively and maintain large territories. However, in environments where competition is fierce, social animals may have the upper hand, as their ability to work together enables them to dominate resources and fend off rivals. For instance, in regions where large herbivores gather, the presence of social predators can lead to a more structured balance of power, as these predators can collectively take down larger prey, while solitary hunters might struggle to compete. Additionally, the social structures of these animals often play a significant role in their reproductive success. Social animals can provide protection and resources for their young. In the rich tapestry of jungle ecosystems, environmental factors play a crucial role in shaping which species thrive and dominate. Climate, with its temperature, humidity, and rainfall patterns, significantly influences the types of plants and animals that can survive in these lush environments. For instance, jungles typically experience high levels of rainfall, often exceeding 250 centimeters annually, which creates a humid atmosphere essential for the growth of diverse plant species. This moisture-rich environment supports a wide variety of trees, vines, and understory plants, providing food and shelter for numerous animal species. Moreover, the temperature in jungles tends to remain relatively warm throughout the year, usually ranging from 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. This consistent warmth allows for longer growing seasons, enabling plants to flourish, which in turn supports a more extensive food web. The presence of specific vegetation types, such as tall canopy trees, not only provides habitat but also affects the microclimate beneath, creating shaded areas that support different plant and animal communities. For example, the dense canopy can reduce the light that reaches the forest floor, leading to a different set of species adapted to lower light conditions, like certain ferns and shade-tolerant trees. Additionally, the composition of soil, which can vary greatly depending on the underlying geology, and the decomposition of vegetation, plays a vital role. Nutrient-rich soils can support a more diverse range of plant life, which directly correlates to the diversity of animal species. On the other hand, poorer soils may limit plant growth, leading to fewer herbivores and consequently fewer carnivores. Another factor to consider is the seasonal changes that can occur in some jungle regions, such as the wet and dry seasons. These changes can influence not only the availability of water, but also the types of plants that flourish during different times of the year. For example, during the dry season, many trees may shed their leaves, reducing competition for light and allowing certain species to thrive. This seasonal variation can create a dynamic environment where species must adapt quickly or risk being outcompeted. In addition to climate and soil, the presence of certain keystone species can also dramatically impact the jungle ecosystem. Keystone species, such as certain large herbivores or apex predators, play a critical role in maintaining the structure of the ecosystem. Their feeding habits can influence plant community dynamics, while their presence can regulate populations of other species, thus shaping the overall biodiversity of the jungle. Furthermore, human activities such as deforestation, territorial disputes among animals play a crucial role in shaping their status as rulers of the jungle, as these conflicts are deeply embedded in the survival strategies and social structures of many species. In the wild, territory often signifies not just a physical space, but also the resources within that area, such as food, water, and shelter, which are vital for survival. When animals establish territory, they engage in behaviors that demonstrate their strength and dominance, which can deter rivals and attract mates, thus reinforcing their position within the community. For instance, large predators like lions and tigers are known for their territorial nature. They mark their territory with scent markings, vocalizations, and physical displays, asserting their presence to other animals. This can prevent conflicts from escalating into violence, as the mere display of power often suffices to keep rivals at bay. However, when disputes arise, they can lead to fierce battles, which not only affect the immediate participants, but can also ripple through the ecosystem. For example, when a dominant male lion is challenged by another male, the outcome can change the entire pride's dynamics. If the challenger wins, he may take over the pride, leading to the death of the cubs sired by the previous male, ensuring that only his genes are passed on. This brutal reality highlights how territorial disputes are intertwined with reproductive success, as the victor often gains not just territory but also breeding rights. In contrast, animals like wolves rely on pack dynamics, where territory is collectively defended, and the strength of the pack can deter intruders. When a pack's territory is encroached upon, they may work together to drive out rivals, showcasing a different form of social structure that emphasizes cooperation over individual dominance. Moreover, these disputes can influence the biodiversity of the area. For instance, a dominant species may suppress others by claiming the most resource-rich territories, thus limiting the access of smaller or less aggressive species. This can lead to a decrease in species diversity, as only those that can coexist or compete effectively in the given environment thrive. Additionally, when animals face habitat loss due to human encroachment, their territorial disputes can become more pronounced as individuals are forced into closer quarters, leading to increased competition and conflict. In marine environments, territorial behavior can also be observed, such as in the case of certain fish species like damselfish, which aggressively defend their coral patches from intruders. These territories are critical for their survival, as they provide shelter and breeding grounds. The disputes camouflage plays a crucial role in the survival of many animals, especially those that are often considered the rulers of the jungle, like big cats, snakes, and certain birds of prey. For these top predators, blending into their environment is not just a matter of stealth, but also a key factor in their hunting success. When a jaguar, for example, prowls through the dappled light of the rainforest, its spotted coat allows it to merge seamlessly with the shadows and patterns of the foliage, making it nearly invisible to both prey and potential rivals. This adaptation enables it to stalk and ambush unsuspecting animals, ensuring that it can secure a meal, which is vital for its energy needs and overall survival. Moreover, camouflage also serves as a protective mechanism for these rulers of the jungle. While they are formidable hunters, they are not without threats themselves, whether from other predators or from human activities encroaching on their habitats. A leopard resting on a branch, its fur patterned with rosettes that mimic the play of light and shadow, can escape notice not only from its prey, but also from competitors, allowing it to rest and conserve energy without the constant worry of being discovered. This ability to avoid detection is essential for maintaining their position at the top of the food chain. In addition to aiding in hunting and avoiding danger, camouflage can also play a role in social interactions among jungle rulers. For example, some birds of prey, like the harpy eagle, utilize their plumage to remain inconspicuous while nesting, which helps protect their young from potential threats. By blending into the treetops, they can keep a watchful eye on their surroundings without drawing attention to themselves or their nests. This nuanced use of camouflage highlights the intelligent behaviors that these creatures have developed over time as they navigate the complexities of their environment. Interestingly, the significance of camouflage extends beyond just physical appearance. It also influences the behavior of these animals. Predators that rely on stealth may exhibit patience, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, while others may engage in strategic movements to enhance their concealment. This behavioral adaptation, combined with their physical characteristics, creates a powerful survival toolkit that enables these rulers of the jungle to thrive in their ecosystems. As we explore the intricate lives of these magnificent animals, it's clear that camouflage is more than just a coat of paint. It's a sophisticated strategy that has evolved through countless generations, showcasing the wonders of nature's design and the delicate balance of life in the jungle. In the complex web of life within the jungle, reproductive strategies play a significant role in determining which species thrive and dominate their environments. For instance, many animals employ unique mating rituals, which not only attract partners, but also establish territories. Take the male peacock as an example. With its stunning plumage, it performs elaborate displays to attract females, showcasing health and vitality, traits that indicate strong genetics. This visual spectacle not only helps in reproduction, but also establishes dominance within its habitat, as other males may be deterred from competing in the presence of such a flashy counterpart. On the other hand, some species, like certain frogs or insects, utilize vocalizations to communicate their readiness to mate. The calling of a male tree frog, for instance, can resonate through the jungle, attracting females while also alerting rivals. This sound strategy not only aids in reproduction, but can also help establish a territory, as the loudest callers may dominate the area, effectively ruling their immediate environment through sound. Insects, such as bees, practice a fascinating form of social reproduction. They operate within colonies, where the queen bee lays eggs and the worker bees care for them. This cooperative strategy allows for a more efficient use of resources as the workers gather food and defend the hive, ensuring the survival of the queen's offspring. This division of labor enhances the colony's ability to thrive in the competitive jungle ecosystem, as they can adapt to food availability and environmental changes more rapidly than solitary species. Similarly, certain reptiles, like some species of lizards, exhibit an intriguing strategy known as parthenogenesis, where females can reproduce without mating. This allows these lizards to quickly populate areas, especially in environments where males are scarce, asserting their presence and ruling over territories with fewer competitors. Such strategies demonstrate how reproductive adaptations can lead to success in the jungle, allowing these creatures to survive and flourish despite the challenges of their environment. Moreover, the role of parental care varies greatly among species, influencing their ability to thrive. For example, some mammals, like elephants, exhibit strong social structures, where mothers and other females help raise the young, providing protection and teaching essential survival skills. This nurturing approach greatly increases the offspring's chances of survival, allowing these social animals to establish and maintain dominance in their habitats. In contrast, organisms like sea turtles, which lay hundreds of eggs on a beach, provide no parental care, leaving the hatchlings to fend for themselves as soon as they emerge. While this strategy produces many offspring, the symbiotic relationships are crucial in shaping the community of species in jungle ecosystems, and they can greatly influence which species thrive and dominate the landscape. In a jungle where competition for resources is fierce, many plants and animals have evolved to rely on each other for survival, forming intricate connections that enhance their chances of success. For instance, consider the relationship between certain trees and the fungi that surround their roots, known as mycorrhizae. These fungi extend the root system of the trees, helping them absorb water and vital nutrients from the soil, while the trees, in return, provide the fungi with carbohydrates produced through photosynthesis. This mutual benefit allows these trees to grow taller and healthier than those without such partnerships, giving them a better chance to dominate their environment. In addition to plants, many jungle animals also engage in symbiotic relationships that boost their survival. Take the example of cleaning symbiosis, where small fish, often called cleaner wrasses, remove parasites and dead skin from larger fish. This not only benefits the larger fish, which become healthier, but it also provides food for the smaller fish. As a result, both species thrive, and the availability of cleaner fish can influence the health and populations of larger fish species in the ecosystem, ultimately impacting the community structure. Moreover, pollination is another vital symbiotic relationship that plays a significant role in the dominance of jungle species, particularly flowering plants. Many plants have evolved specific traits to attract certain pollinators, such as bright colors, enticing scents, or sweet nectar. For example, orchids often rely on specific insects for their reproduction, and these insects have adapted to feed exclusively on them. This specialization can lead to a scenario where certain plants become more abundant due to their effective pollination strategies, thus increasing their presence in the jungle. In some cases, symbiotic relationships can also lead to competitive advantages that allow certain species to outcompete others. For instance, some trees form alliances with ants, which protect them from herbivores in exchange for shelter and food. These trees can survive better in harsh conditions, while other plants, lacking such defenses, may struggle to survive, leading to a shift in dominance within the jungle community. Furthermore, the role of symbiotic relationships extends to the microbial level. Many jungle species, including both plants and animals, depend on beneficial bacteria and microorganisms that live in their bodies or surrounding environments. These microorganisms can aid in digestion, nutrient absorption, and even disease resistance, allowing their hosts to thrive in. The migratory patterns of animals play a fascinating role in shaping our understanding of which animals are seen as dominant or rulers of their habitats. For instance, when we think of the jungle, we often envision powerful creatures like tigers or jaguars. But the truth is that their dominance is influenced not just by their physical prowess, but also by the movement of other species within that ecosystem. Many animals, like elephants, travel vast distances in search of food and water, and their presence can change the dynamics of the jungle as they create paths through dense vegetation, which other animals may follow, thus altering the perceived hierarchy. Additionally, migratory birds, such as the scarlet macaw, bring color and vibrancy to the jungle and can impact which animals thrive in certain areas. When these birds migrate, they can affect the availability of food sources, which in turn influences the behavior of other animals, including predators and herbivores. For example, if a significant number of herbivores migrate to a new area during a certain season, this can lead to increased competition among predators, thereby shifting the perception of which species is truly in control at any given time. Moreover, the timing of migrations can also influence breeding and feeding patterns. Animals that are good at adapting to the changes in the environment, such as the opportunistic capybara, may take advantage of the absence of larger predators during certain migration periods, leading to a shift in the perceived dominance of animals within the jungle hierarchy. The interactions among different species during migration periods create a complex web of relationships that can redefine which animals are seen as the rulers of the jungle. For example, When large herds of wildebeest migrate, they can attract significant numbers of predators, which may seem like they rule the scene, but as the herds move on, the balance shifts once more. In essence, the movement of animals, their seasonal migrations, and the resulting interactions contribute to an ongoing dialogue about dominance in the animal kingdom. The jungle is not just a stage for the strongest, but a dynamic environment where the rulers can change with the seasons, driven by the rhythms of migration and the intricate connections between species. Cultural interpretations of jungle animals, such as lions, tigers, and even snakes, play a significant role in shaping our understanding of dominance, often reflecting the values and beliefs of different societies. For example, in many cultures, the lion is often seen as a symbol of strength, courage, and authority, which can lead to the perception of dominance being linked to physical power and territorial control. In ancient cultures, such as those in Africa or the Middle East, the lion has been revered as a king of the jungle, embodying leadership and regal qualities, which has cemented its status as a dominant figure in both folklore and modern media. This interpretation can impact how people view leadership and authority in their own societies, associating dominance with traits like bravery and aggression. On the other hand, in Southeast Asian cultures, the tiger is often depicted as a cunning and stealthy predator, representing not only physical power but also intelligence and strategy in asserting dominance over other animals. This adds a layer of complexity to our understanding of dominance, as it suggests that being dominant is not just about brute force, but also about wit and the ability to outsmart opponents. Furthermore, animals like the jaguar, revered in many South American cultures, symbolize not only strength, but also a deep connection to the spiritual world, suggesting that dominance can also be tied to wisdom and the respect one earns from both humans and nature. In contrast, the snake often evokes fear and mystique, and it is associated with transformation and rebirth in various cultures, which can lead to a different interpretation of dominance. The snake's ability to shed its skin can symbolize the idea of dominance being fluid and adaptable, rather than a fixed state of being. This interpretation challenges traditional views of dominance, suggesting that true power lies in the ability to change and evolve, rather than simply exerting control over others. In various indigenous cultures, animals are often seen as teachers, imparting wisdom about the natural world and human behavior, which can influence how communities understand leadership and dominance. For instance, the wolf, often portrayed as a pack leader, highlights the importance of community and cooperation in achieving dominance, rather than relying solely on individual strength. This perspective can encourage a more communal view of dominance, where authority is tied to the ability to work with others and maintain harmony within a group. Moreover, modern media and literature often reshape our perceptions of these jungle animals, reinforcing or challenging traditional narratives. Movies, books, and documentaries frequently portray these animals in ways. In the wild, juvenile animals of dominant species often learn to assert their status through a combination of observation, play, and direct interaction with their peers and elders. For instance, young lions, who are born into a pride, watch their parents and older siblings closely, picking up on social cues, vocalizations, and body language that signal dominance and submission. They engage in rough-and-tumble play, which not only helps them develop crucial physical skills, but also allows them to test their boundaries and understand their place within the social hierarchy. This Playful behavior, often mimicking the more serious interactions of adult lions, teaches them about strength, aggression, and the subtleties of social interaction. In species like elephants, young calves learn to navigate their social environment by interacting with the matriarch and other members of the herd. The matriarch, being the leader, exemplifies behaviors that signal authority and nurturing, and the juveniles observe these behaviors, learning when to assert themselves and when to be submissive. The social structure of elephant herds is complex, and calves pick up on the nuances of relationships, understanding how to communicate effectively with their peers and establish their roles as they grow. Similarly, in the case of primates, juvenile monkeys or apes learn about dominance through a mix of observation and direct competition. They will often engage in play fighting, which helps them practice the social skills needed to assert themselves. As they grow, they learn to identify the more dominant individuals in their groups, often being cautious around them while also testing their own strength and capabilities. This dynamic not only fosters physical development, but also sharpens their social intelligence, allowing them to navigate the complexities of their communities. Birds, too, have fascinating ways of learning about their status. In a flock of crows, for instance, young birds will observe the established hierarchy, noting which individuals get the best food or the most attention. They often practice their calls, mimicking the sounds of more dominant birds, and engage in playful squabbles that help them learn about competition and cooperation. Through these interactions, they gradually find their place in the social structure. In aquatic environments, juvenile dolphins or orcas also learn to assert their status. They often swim alongside their mothers, who are usually the leaders of their pods, and through games, vocalizations, and physical interactions, they learn to communicate and establish their own identities. The hierarchy in these pods can be intricate, with young individuals learning when to assert. In many cultures around the world, animals have often been seen as the rulers of the jungle, reflecting the deep connection that humans have with nature and the stories that arise from it. One of the most famous examples is the lion, often referred to as the king of the jungle, although lions actually live in savannas, not jungles. In various African folklore, the lion symbolizes strength, courage, and nobility, becoming a central figure in many tales, where it is depicted as a protector of the weak and a fierce warrior against evil forces. Another notable example is the tiger, revered in numerous Asian cultures, particularly in China, where it is seen as a symbol of power and bravery. In Chinese mythology, the tiger is often considered as a guardian against evil spirits, embodying both ferocity and protection. The tiger's stripes and majestic appearance have inspired countless stories, making it a respected figure in folklore, often portrayed as a noble creature that commands respect and fear in equal measure. In the realm of South American mythology, the jaguar holds a prominent place, often associated with strength, agility, and the ability to move between the physical and spiritual worlds. The jaguar is central to many indigenous cultures, symbolizing the connection between life and death, and is often featured in myths that describe its role as a protector of the jungle, embodying the spirit of the wild. The jaguar's powerful presence and stealthy nature have made it a revered figure, often